The reason that I refer to nutrition as smart eating is because we do have primal instincts to eat. We like the feeling of fullness, we like the comfort and the taste of food, but we're going to have cravings, we're going to pursue food beyond what we physically need. It's basically human. So these intentions that I'm going over, they give us specific ways to be intentional in our relationship with food so that we don't succumb to our emotions and the cravings that we have. There is a place for those, but it's easy for that to become our default and we're just living lower, but we have to rise up, and the way we do that is smart eating. We cannot act on every compulsion. This is the essence of self-control. If you can't control yourself around food, it's likely that you're also not controlling yourself in other areas that are important in your life, and those areas are suffering as well. Food can be a tell-all. It's hard to be two different people, to be disciplined here but not disciplined there. You're usually either disciplined or undisciplined, and we need to be gravitating to being disciplined. That means we're going to have unfulfilled wants and desires. But how you do this is you have to create space between the stimulus and the response. Because when we create space and we just wait until we try to satisfy that craving, we can really see it for what it is, and oftentimes you forget about it. It wasn't a deep desire, even though you felt it strongly. It's not something you really want. You just wanted it in that moment. We have to develop that. We have to work on that. Eat when physically hungry. Stop eating before you get full. So we say that you should initially start eating when you're at 0 or 1 out of a scale of 10. So 0 is like you probably have a headache, your tummy is grumbling, you're hungry, you need energy, you need food. Level 5 is you're full, you've had enough, your body is satisfied, your mind may not be, but physically you've had enough. Level 10 is like Thanksgiving feast, like you're stuffed, like you physically can't eat more. But that's way beyond. That's probably twice as much food as we really need. So we have to be in harmony with our body telling us, hey, it's time to eat. Hey, I've had enough. However, again, we may have cravings beyond that level 5, and there might even still be food left on the plate, but we have to be okay with letting it stay there and respecting more, hey, my body has had enough, therefore I'm done. That simple. It's good to not always have what you want when you want it. I think of children where they want things that are illogical. They want things that are counterproductive. But adults are not that much different. We need to discipline ourselves. We need to be told no and explain to ourselves, this is why you can't have what you want, Jesse. And it's not virtuous to always have everything you want. I used to think that the point of life was my own happiness. If that's the case, then I essentially have to have everything I want, and life revolves around me. And that's impossible. And then I'm only as strong as the circumstances around me, and I'm very temperamental, and that's a weak person. I don't want to be that person. I've found that contentment and gratitude seem to cure on a deeper level bottomless eating. Bottomless eating is, I've already put away the package of treats, but I find myself digging back in, and I could just keep going. Realizing food is a gift, and I may not feel content, I may not feel satisfied, the itch may not be fully itched, but I can be content. I can still practice contentment even if I don't feel like it. So that's saying, no, actually that was enough. You may not feel like it, but you could be and should be happy. So being thankful, practicing contentment, having gratitude, keeping special things special. You know, a special treat that you have, that's very special. If we treat that as common, we're going to be in trouble. There is excitement, there is good taste coming to food. However, if we pursue the rush, the high, the dopamine as a goal, we're going to be in trouble, because that's not the primary purpose of food. The primary purpose is fuel and nutrition. So if I keep pursuing that, my tolerance just keeps getting higher and higher. So I need more and more extravagance, more and more flavor, more and more calories, essentially. I'm setting myself up to be let down. And again, I'm letting the food control my mood, and I'm pursuing something that is supposed to be serving me, but I'm really serving it. I'm really bound to it. So we have to shift our mindset to focusing first, this is what my body needs. Don't even play the game because it's an endless quest of chasing that high, essentially. Prevent dopamine competition with screens or entertainment. Food does have a feel-good effect, but it's not as dramatic if it's being drowned out by watching a TV, scrolling on your phone, or something like intense like that. That might not seem intense, but biochemically it is. And then we've basically subdued the glory and the excitement that food does bring. So just talking with people or sitting by yourself, if that's the case, eating, that's very fulfilling. There is still a dopamine hit in that if we'll find it, if we'll enjoy the natural aspect of food. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Do not fail when it comes to preparing. Succeed. Make a plan. This is the thing that is so simple, it's overlooked. If you just sit and make a basic plan for the week, even if it's not fun, there is something too that is fun to like be spontaneous with food, but you open up so much room for bad nutrition when you're spontaneous. So you have to stop winging it. Have a plan as much as possible for the week, and you are going to be ridiculously successful. Sticking to your word is the essence of being disciplined. When we say we're going to do something, if I say this is my portion, or okay, this is my last treat, I'm closing the bag, putting it away, you have to follow through. Become a person who follows through. And the way you become a person who follows through is everything you say that you'll do, you are pledging yourself. And if you keep not fulfilling on your word, you're watering down your word, you are a person of no integrity. I used to be like this, and I started realizing that in order to be disciplined, discipline is essentially saying I'm going to do something and then backing it up. The talk is free, it's cheap, but the action is costly. So every time that you say you're going to do something, before you speak, you need to think through, what does this actually involve? And I mean even little small things like, oh, I'll call you at X time, or oh yeah, I'll text you that. It's so willy-nilly just to say something quick, but to actually follow through on it is becoming rare in the world today. If we can work on this skill, we are going to be people who follow through. We're going to be reliable. We're going to be disciplined. We're going to be reliable to ourselves. And these are the people who get places. We have to keep drilling these intentions. You're going to focus on some more than others at different times. And if one slips, you come back to it. Drill it for 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Make it a goal. Say, this is what I'm focusing on today and tomorrow, until it becomes a discipline again. This is how athletes stay conditioned to compete at high level, is they keep drilling, and then when something slips, they go back and drill it again. This is what we must do. It has to be a defining characteristic of us to keep coming back, keep rising up, keep focusing on our disciplines.